welcome to Beauty on a Budget. Well, as you could probably see from my thumbnail, I wanted to talk about kindness today. It's just in a little series that I'm doing, talking about different emotions and feelings. And although a lot of them have been to do with getting older, a lot of them relate to any age really, as jealousy did, and kindness does too. It's something that it doesn't only benefit how you are to others and how others perceive you, but also how you feel about yourself. We've got a lovely lady on here, Kay Carter, and I'm sure a lot of you know Kay, and I will link her channel. She always finishes her videos with "Be kind, be kinder than they are." And that's always really made me think, and one of the reasons I wanted to do this video really, because it is the answer, to be kinder than they are. We don't live in a very kind world really, and I think that's getting worse. Whether that's because I'm aging, I don't know, but certainly courtesy doesn't seem to be what it was. But to be kind comes from the heart. It has to be the person that you are. It has to be how you feel yourself and how you want to respond to different things that have happened, because it's not always easy to be kind. On a day-to-day level, as we go about our lives, yes, we can say we're kind people, you know, we feel, but we're not tested under that environment. To be kind when we're being tested is something quite different. I can give you, for instance, we've had like everybody has in families and different things that happen with friends and so forth, we've had a bit of an upset over the last few weeks, and people have been very, very unkind to us. It's just the way it is, the world is, people are like that, you know, you get different types of people that clash. Now, I am no angel. I hope that I'm a kind person. I strive to be a kind person, but I'm no angel. And if you verbally attack people that I love, I'm very, very defensive, and my heart actually just wants to bash you one. That's what I feel. And that I've got that anger inside, I've got that feeling, you know. But there's a couple of things that my mum used to say to me, and I put a couple of things on my Facebook wall as well about this, a couple of sayings. And one is that wheels of God turn very slowly, and I think that's true. I think people will reap what they sow, and if they're sowing something unkind and you're the recipient of that, it's not very easy to be kind back, but you will get more out of it for yourself, you know, to compose yourself and to think kindly about people, even how unkind, as Kay says, be kinder than they are. Because most people that act in anger, or you know, you think are being very unfair, there's normally something behind it. Normally they're hurt themselves, or they're jealous themselves, or they're bitter themselves. So a lot of the time you've just really got to feel sorry for those people. And I know that's not easy. It wasn't, as I said a few weeks ago, you know, I was teetering on the edge. But I do listen to that in my head. I do listen to the words, what my mum said. And she also said, revenge is the job of God, not ours. We just have to sit back and wait. And I completely believe that too. I do think people reap what they sow. I think if you do give out bitterness and nastiness and jealousy, and I believe you reap what you sow. And I try to be the kindest person I can. I'm attracted to kind people. My friends are kind. The people I care for are kind. It's a big attribute to me, and a really important attribute to me. I just really love people that are kind, and honest kindness, because you can get artificial kindness. I'll give you a for instance. I had to phone up when I lost my mum. I had to phone up a few of her catalogues, a few of her things to, you know, cancel and sort everything out. And this woman answered. I'm going back some years, 20 years ago. This woman answered, and she said, "Hello, can I help you?" And it was a repetition voice. You knew these were words she said over and over again. And she never listened to the answer, because she said, "Can I help you?" I said, "Yes, I hope you can." She said, "I'm sure I will be able to. And how are you today?" I said, "Well, actually, I've just lost my mum." She said, "Oh, good. Now what can we do?" You see, this was a repetition. She kept saying these kindly words over and over to everybody, but she didn't listen to what they said. Because she said, "How are you today?" She presumed, like the majority of people would say, "Fine, thanks." And she said, "Oh, good," because that would be the standard answer. So that's not being kind. That's acting being kind. And I think that's worse in a lot of ways than being unkind. Because whatever you're going to be genuine about it. As I say, it's not easy to be kind. It's not. This is not a kind world now. It's a lot of dog eat dog, and, you know, people feel they're better with smart mouths and smart answers, and you know, but it's not. It's not. If you really want to take care of your heart, if you want to take care of your feelings and your soul and who you are, kindness will always win over. It will win over every time. And sometimes you think, well, people are getting the better of you. And probably to them it may seem that. But how do you get the better of them? Do you come down to that level and abuse and shout and, you know, insult? Do you do it back and forth and back and forth? Is that going to make you feel any better? On the spur of the moment, you think it is. And I know that because, as I said, I felt like that a couple of weeks ago. You do feel, you know, no way am I having this. But then I just think that God's wheels turn slowly. And if I can reap as much kindness as I can, as Kay says, even to the people kinder than they are to me, that I benefit in the end, and the people I love will benefit in the end. Because jealousy and hostility and bitterness, they create awful atmospheres, and they create awful feelings in us, because it's not a pleasant feeling to be jealous. It's not a pleasant feeling to be bitter. You know, it's an unhappy person that feels that, or a partly sad person that feels that. Now, when I say jealousy, I mean jealousy with vengeance. I think envy, jealousy, yes, they're not good traits. They're not good traits. But I think all of us have got something somewhere along the line you know, why can't I have all MAC's lipsticks? I want them. But I don't. And I am envious of people that can have that, because I love MAC. But it's not, I don't pay back the people that can do that with vengeance and jealousy and bitterness. I'm just glad for them. I'm glad that they can have that, because in the end, that attitude will help me, will make me feel better about myself, will give me a more calming nature and a more loving nature. So as hard as it is to be kind at times, it really does pay off. I really found that it's paid off for me. And it's such a different world now to when we were younger. But attitudes like jealousy and bitterness and anger have always been there. They've been there since the start of mankind. They've always been there. I think they just seem more prevalent now because of how the world is, really, and because of the media, and because there's different ways of attacking people now, verbally attacking people. So I think it seems more out there now, but it's always been there. It's always been there. And also people have more now. When I say have more, how can I say? People strive for more now, and good luck to them. Good luck to them, you know. Our parents of our age, yeah, they strove and they did the best they could, but most of the families I knew, you know, we had a small terraced house and we made do, and, you know, my mum was a kind person, although she let rip every now and again, normally at me. But now it's just, the world is so competitive too. And when, you know, people are walking over you to get anything and will willing to walk over you to get where they want, don't walk over them. If they're walking over you, then they'll never get peace of mind. Because if they're ready to do that to someone, if they're ready to get to where they want to go to achieve what they want, and for somebody else to suffer because of that, they're not happy. They're not contented. They haven't got peace of mind. Otherwise, they wouldn't act like that. So at the end of the day, however they think they may be getting the better of you because they can say things and you're not retaliating in the same way, their mentality will think they get the better of you. Well, so what? You sit down and you know in your heart, you're okay. You've done it the right way. To retaliate is not, it never works for anyone, and then you just get two miserable people. And I've just found that to be right. I'm not saying it's easy, because I'm nobody's darling, as I've said to you before. And it's not easy, but it's just something that I've tried to practice, particularly as I've got older. I was quite fiery when I was young, but particularly as I've got older, it's something that I've tried to practice and put into practice. Just to treat people the way I'd like them to treat me, even the people that don't treat me like that. And you find that after a while, those people that you're not riling up and you're not retaliating and you're not showing anger and tit for tat, they normally just back off because they're not getting the response they want to get anyway. And sometimes that's, you know, that's more of a winner because you're not responding the way they are goading you to respond. And, you know, you just feel better about yourself that you didn't do that, you didn't act that way. It is hard. I know it's hard. And also to be understanding of people, not just, I don't mean people just that are against us, But to have tolerance, tolerance is kindness as well. You to understand that other people are not all the same as you, haven't been brought up the same as you, don't have the same, you know, ethics or morals, or don't come from that sort of background, or there's many reasons why people take the paths they take. And we don't know that. We don't know what's behind that. I mean, we can go out, we can go in a bar and we can see someone and think they're dressed awful and, you know, common, but what's behind that? What's been that person's influence? Why is that person being like that? If you just try to see, what I try to do is just try to not judge other people, because I know, you know, I've got faults. I've got lots of faults. You might not see them on here, but I've got plenty of faults, and I hope that people understand me. I hope people will tolerate me, and the people that love me do, and I do the same for the people I love, because nobody walking this earth is perfect. So I think, yeah, I think the word is definitely kindness. I'm going to link Kay's channel below. She is a naturally kind person, and you can read it, can't you? Particularly as we've got older, it's a bit harder to fool us, isn't it? And like that woman on the phone when I lost my mum, who was falsely kind, Kay is absolutely genuine. She is a real, genuine, kind person. And they're very easy to spot, that more gentle-natured, kind people. And I like watching them on YouTube. I like associating with them in my life, because they just make me feel good, and they just make me a kinder person, because they influence me to be a kinder person. And you can be influenced by the people you choose to surround yourself with, which is why I choose to surround myself with kind people, because I know that will rub off on me. So I hope you've enjoyed my little chit chat today. Please leave me comments, guys, on what you think. I know sometimes I come across a bit strong. It's just things that I really feel passionate about, you know, things that I think are really important. And to make a nice person, a good person, a beautiful person, because makeup and skincare and everything else, it's just outside. It's lovely, it's good, goodness knows I don't go a day without it, but it is just outside. The beauty comes from inside, and if you've got that bitterness and that anger in yourself, that will show. That will show in your appearance. And like I said, I think at our age we can spot natural kindness, can't we? So thank you so much for watching that. I shall be back, what I don't know where I am now, Tuesday. I say that every time, I never know where I am. I'll be back again on Friday with some skincare, but I'll take you in my bathroom and do it with me. You can do it with me, and I'll show you exactly why I do what products. I know I've gone through my skincare before and shown you all the products, but I guess I'm always changing them. You know, something I found that I like better, you know what I'm like. So I'll come in my bathroom with me and I'll show you how I take this off. Okay, so thanks for being here, guys, and as always, thanks for all your love and support, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye. Bye.